The gathering storm. The air hummed with anticipation as Dr. Liam Sterling adjusted his glasses, preparing to unveil his latest breakthrough in xenobiology at the Global Science Summit. The auditorium buzzed with murmurs from some of the brightest minds across the solar system, gathered in future Earth, a pinnacle of interstellar cooperation and advancement. Just think, Dr. Sterling. Your research could pioneer new methods in disease prevention, remarked Dr. Lena Jo, her eyes sparkling with enthusiasm as she adjusted the microphone for him. Liam smiled, a mix of nervousness and pride evident on his face. Or it could simply end up as an interesting footnote, he joked, eliciting the soft chuckle from Lena. Just as he was about to start his presentation, an eerie silence fell over the crowd, shattered by a deep, unsettling roar of unknown engines. Confusion quickly morphed into panic as shadows cast by massive ships darkened the city skyline, descending with ominous intent. "This can't be happening," Liam murmured, transfixed by the window as explosions erupted downtown, sending shockwaves through the auditorium. "Everyone please stay calm and follow me." His voice was firm and unexpectedly commanding, cutting through escalating chaos. He led attendees toward emergency exits, guiding them to underground research facilities designed as shelters in times of crisis. As they descended stairs, violent tremors shook the ground from bombardments above, screams reverberating along concrete corridors until they reached the lab. Liam swiftly entered his security code. Doors slid open to reveal a room filled with blinking computers and ancient artifacts, his life's work. "What is all this?" a young scientist asked, her face pale as she glanced around at relics and screens displaying genetic sequences. "These are part of my study on ancient terrestrial genetics," he replied hurriedly. "Wait, this might be our answer." His mind raced as he moved toward a dusty shelf filled with old tomes and scrolls. Trembling hands retrieved a large leather-bound manuscript labeled Guardians of Earth. "What are you talking about?" Lena inquired, her voice tinged with both fear and curiosity. Liam flipped through pages until he found what he was looking for, a detailed illustration of a colossal creature, its form both terrifying and awe-inspiring, labeled simply as the Guardian. According to legend, he explained urgently, this was a protector engineered by Earth's ancients, a fusion of organic and biomechanical elements designed to safeguard humanity. "You believe this creature is real? That it can help us?" another scientist asked skeptically. I don't know," Liam responded, his gaze fixed on ancient script. The manuscript indicated a hidden location deep beneath the city, purportedly the resting place of the Guardian. "We need to find it," Lena declared decisively, meeting Liam's eyes. "If there's even a chance this Guardian can help us, we must try," he agreed. Organizing a small team to venture into Earth's depths became their priority. They equipped themselves with whatever tools and sensors they could carry, each step fueled by scientific curiosity and a primal urge to protect their world. Navigating ancient underground tunnels while sounds of battle faded above them made Liam acutely aware of their monumental quest. This was no mere fight for survival. It was about awakening a legacy left by their ancestors, a testament to humanity's ingenuity and resilience. "This is it," Liam announced, halting before a massive vault door concealed behind a false wall. His device beeped softly, confirming unknown alloys and energy signatures beyond it. With a deep breath, he keyed in an override sequence deciphered from the manuscript. The vault door groaned, ancient gears turning for the first time in centuries, revealing a path shrouded in darkness yet brimming with potential. As they entered, dust motes danced in beams from their flashlights. Thick air held scents of old earth mingled with metal. Intricate carvings covered every surface, chronicling a civilization at its zenith, adept at blending biological and mechanical technologies. "This is incredible," Dr. Lena Jo murmured as her hand brushed against a bas-relief depicting the Guardian towering over its foes. "Look at the detail. It's as if they knew we'd come looking." Liam nodded, eyes scanning vast chambers for any sign of the Guardian. His device led them deeper until they found a colossal structure resembling a sarcophagus. Its surface complexly melded organic tissue with metallic elements that pulsed faintly like a long-faded heartbeat. "Is that it?" asked George, a young engineer whose voice echoed in immense space. "Yes," Liam confirmed, approaching to examine an interface unlike any he had seen before. "It's in some kind of stasis." He pointed to glyphs corresponding with those in the manuscript. "These are instructions, or more accurately, a genetic key. It seems it requires specific DNA sequences to activate," Lena noted cautiously. "But whose DNA?" she inquired, looking between team members. Without answering her question directly, Liam took out a portable genetic sequencer and pricked his finger. "Let's find out if our ancestors left any clues in my genes," he said half-jokingly. Moments later, his device beeped. Central columns lit up, projecting holographic interfaces across their astonished faces. "It's you," George whispered incredulously. With assistance from his team, Liam connected to this interface. The connection immediate and intense, as if millions of whispers flooded his consciousness. He staggered but was steadied by Lena, who maintained her grip on his shoulder. "Are you all right?" she asked, concern evident on her face. "I'm fine." He managed steadying himself amidst overwhelming data influxes. "It's just a lot to process." He realized that this creature was not merely an artifact, but an entity alive with purpose, a protector waiting for humanity's call amid chaos above them. Through biolink interface exploration, revealed that the Guardian was designed not just as weaponry, but an ancient protector intended to safeguard life on Earth. Its consciousness, imbued with profound duty, echoed through their minds like thunderous waves crashing against cliffs. "We need to wake it up fully," Liam resolved firmly, realizing it wasn't just about fighting back, but preserving what made Earth unique amidst cosmic threats looming ever closer above them. Awakening process became delicate yet risky. Guided by whispers from the Guardian, Liam initiated reactivation sequence, gradually strengthening life signs emanating from its form. Soft inner light pulsing rhythmically like heartbeats resonating through cavernous chambers around them. Suddenly ground shook violently, a direct hit from invaders' weaponry above. "We're running out of time," George shouted, eyeing ceilings remarkably intact despite chaos erupting above them, like thunderous storms raging across skies filled with darkness. Liam quickened processes, navigating through deluged data streams. Amidst urgency surged final bursts energy, until the Guardian fully awakened, eyes illuminating with ancient wisdom alongside formidable power. As chamber brightened, carvings on walls animated, narrating legendary exploits once forgotten now revived within collective memory, echoing throughout vast expanse surrounding them. "It's awake," breathed Liam, stepping back awestruck, while the Guardian rose from its sarcophagus. The ground trembling beneath, might radiating strength long dormant, yet now unleashed upon world needing protection. "We should prepare to move out," Lena suggested resolutely amidst awe-filled expressions plastered across faces surrounding them. It was time to show invaders that Earth was not undefended anymore. Nods echoed throughout chamber, while exiting together towards confrontation awaiting above ground amidst chaos raging fiercely outside. World once familiar, now transformed into battleground, where survival hung precariously upon threads woven tightly together by fate itself. The awakening. The underground chamber hummed with latent energy as Dr. Liam Sterling and his team gathered around the colossal form of the Guardian. The air was thick with anticipation, a palpable tension that mirrored the chaos still unfolding above ground. Liam's heart raced, not just from the adrenaline of their recent escape, but from the overwhelming responsibility now resting on his shoulders. "Is it really alive?" George, the young engineer, asked, his voice barely above a whisper as he peered closer at the ancient creature. The Guardian's massive body shimmered faintly in the dim light, its intricate designs merging organic and mechanical elements in a way that seemed almost alive. "It's in stasis," Liam replied, his voice steady despite the tumultuous emotions swirling within him. "But we can awaken it. We have to." He glanced at Lena, whose eyes were wide with a mix of fear and hope. "If we don't, we'll lose everything." "Let's get started then," Lena urged, her determination cutting through the tension. Together, they began to decipher the ancient glyphs surrounding the Guardian, each symbol resonating with a long-forgotten power that seemed to echo through the chamber. Deciphering the ancient texts, Liam knelt before an elaborate panel etched with symbols that glowed faintly under his touch. "This is a genetic key," he murmured, tracing one symbol that resembled a spiral intertwined with a serpent, a representation of life and protection. "It requires DNA from someone who can connect with it." "Your DNA?" George exclaimed suddenly. "You're the one who activated it." Liam shook his head, anxiety creeping into his thoughts. "I'm just a scientist. I don't know if I'm worthy of this." But deep down, he felt an inexplicable bond forming between him and the Guardian, as if their destinies were intertwined. "Liam," Lena said softly, placing a hand on his shoulder. "You're more than just a scientist now. You're humanity's best chance at survival." With renewed resolve, Liam took out his portable genetic sequencer and pricked his finger again, allowing a few drops of blood to fall onto the ancient interface. As he did so, a surge of energy pulsed through the chamber. The walls vibrated as if responding to an ancient call. The awakening process. Suddenly, bright light enveloped the Guardian, illuminating its intricate designs and casting long shadows across the chamber. The glyphs around them began to glow in response to Liam's blood, each symbol lighting up in sequence as if awakening from centuries of slumber. "What's happening?" George shouted over the escalating hum. "The connection is forming," Lena exclaimed, her voice filled with awe. "It's responding to your DNA." Liam felt an overwhelming rush of sensations flooding his mind. Visions of ancient battles fought in defense of Earth flashed before him, colossal monsters clashing against alien invaders long forgotten by time. He staggered back, but was steadied by Lena's firm grip. "It's showing me its purpose," he gasped, trying to catch his breath amidst the overwhelming influx of information. "It was designed to protect Earth from threats beyond our understanding." As if sensing their urgency, the Guardian began to stir within its stasis field. Its eyes flickered open, deep pools of luminescent energy that seemed to pierce through Liam's soul. In that moment, he understood. This creature was not merely a weapon. It was a Guardian imbued with wisdom and strength beyond imagination, facing external threats. But their moment of triumph was short-lived. A violent tremor shook the chamber as another explosion rocked the surface above them. The sound of chaos filtered down through layers of rock, a grim reminder that time was running out. "We need to hurry," George shouted as dust fell from the ceiling. "They'll find us down here." Liam nodded resolutely. "We must complete the awakening process before we can confront them." He turned back to the Guardian, whose massive form loomed over them like an ancient sentinel ready for battle. "Can you hear me?" Liam asked tentatively, unsure if the Guardian could understand him. "I can," came a deep rumble that resonated through their minds like thunder rolling across distant hills. "I am bound by duty to protect this world." A surge of determination filled Liam as he realized they had awakened not just an ancient protector, but a force capable of turning the tide against their alien adversaries. "Then let us awaken your full power," he urged, completing the awakening. With renewed urgency, they worked together to complete the activation sequence outlined in the ancient texts. Each glyph they activated sent waves of energy coursing through the Guardian, illuminating its features until it glowed like a star reborn. "Almost there," Lena shouted as she tapped furiously on her datapad, inputting commands based on their findings. As they reached the final glyph, Liam felt an intense connection surge between him and the Guardian. It was as if they were two halves of a whole, one human and one ancient being, destined to fight together against a common enemy. "Now," he commanded as they activated the last symbol. A blinding light erupted from the Guardian, enveloping them all in warmth and power. The air crackled with energy as the Guardian fully awakened, its eyes shining brighter than ever before, a beacon of hope amidst despair. Preparing for battle. As they stepped back in awe, the Guardian rose fully from its resting place, towering over them like a mountain brought to life. Its form was both terrifying and magnificent. Limbs adorned with intricate designs glimmered under flickering lights, while armor plates shifted seamlessly like living tissue. "We must prepare for battle," Liam declared firmly as he turned towards his team. "We cannot let this opportunity go to waste." George nodded vigorously, while Lena's expression hardened with determination. They quickly gathered equipment and weapons scattered throughout the chamber. Tools built for exploration, now repurposed for war against an invading force. "Liam," Lena called out suddenly as she noticed something on her screen, a series of incoming signals indicating alien ships still hovering above ground level. "They're regrouping. We need to move now." "Let's go," Liam shouted as they raced toward an exit leading back to the surface, their hearts pounding in unison with anticipation and dread for what lay ahead. Emerging into chaos, bursting forth from underground into daylight felt surreal. Sunlight glared harshly against their eyes after being submerged in darkness for so long. But what awaited them outside was far worse than any nightmare imagined. Cities ablaze with fire, screams echoing through streets filled with chaos. Alien ships looming ominously overhead like vultures circling prey. Liam's heart sank at the destruction before him. The world he knew shattered under relentless assault. But then he felt it. The Guardian standing beside him radiated strength and purpose, like an unyielding fortress against despair. "We will fight back," he shouted over cacophony surrounding them, his voice rising above chaos fueled by newfound courage ignited within him by this ancient protector at his side. With determination burning bright in their hearts, and the Guardian towering majestically behind them, the team prepared for battle against forces threatening not just their lives, but everything they held dear on Earth. The Guardian rises. The aftermath of the battle lay heavy in the air, a mixture of smoke and the scent of scorched earth. Dr. Liam Sterling stood at the forefront, flanked by Commander Tajo Ren and Dr. Lena Jo, gazing at the Guardian, a colossal figure now fully awakened and standing resolute amidst the ruins of what was once a bustling city. The creature's presence was both awe-inspiring and intimidating, a reminder of the ancient power that had returned to defend Earth. "Look at it," Lena whispered, her voice filled with wonder. "It's magnificent." Liam nodded, feeling a deep connection to the Guardian that transcended mere admiration. It was as if they shared a bond forged through the chaos of battle, a connection that would guide them in the uncertain times ahead. The Guardian's eyes glowed with an ethereal light, reflecting both wisdom and strength, as if it understood the weight of its responsibility. Rallying Earth's forces, as the sun began to rise, casting golden rays over the devastated landscape, Liam felt a surge of hope. "We need to rally our forces," he said, turning to Ren. "We can't let this victory be in vain. We must prepare for any further attacks." Ren nodded grimly, his expression hardened by years of conflict. "The enemy will regroup. We need to fortify our defenses and strategize our next move." He gestured toward a nearby command center that had survived the onslaught. "Let's gather everyone there." The team moved quickly, urgency propelling them forward as they entered the command center, a hub of activity buzzing with personnel assessing damage and coordinating recovery efforts. Holographic displays flickered to life around them, showcasing maps dotted with markers indicating alien ship positions and Earth's remaining defenses. "Liam," George called out from across the room, his face illuminated by a screen displaying data streams. "We've intercepted communications from the invaders. They're in disarray but regrouping fast. Can we exploit their weaknesses?" Liam asked, stepping closer to Torg's station. "Absolutely," George replied, his fingers flying over the keyboard. "They're vulnerable right now. Their command structure is compromised. If we can strike decisively before they reorganize, we can drive them away for good. Liam felt a rush of adrenaline. This was their chance to turn the tide permanently. Let's coordinate with the Guardian. We need it at the forefront of our next assault. A deeper connection. As they prepared for their next move, Liam approached the Guardian, who stood silently observing the bustling command center. "Can you hear me?" he asked, feeling an instinctive pull toward the ancient being. "I can," the Guardian responded, its voice resonating within Liam's mind like distant thunder. "I sense your urgency and your desire to protect this world." "We need your strength again," Liam said earnestly. "If we can strike at their command ships while they're vulnerable, we might end this conflict once and for all." "I am ready," the Guardian replied simply, its massive form radiating an aura of confidence and power. With renewed purpose, Liam interfaced with the Guardian once more, feeling their minds meld together in an intricate dance of thought and strategy. He could sense its ancient wisdom guiding him as they formulated a plan that would capitalize on the enemy's disarray. Formulating a strategy. "Listen up," Commander Wren bellowed as he gathered everyone in the command center for an urgent briefing. "We have a unique opportunity to strike back at our invaders while they're still reeling from our last attack." Liam stepped forward to present their strategy alongside Wren. "We'll deploy EMP drones to disrupt their communications and targeting systems," he explained. "This will give the Guardian a clear path to engage their command ships directly." George chimed in with details about timing. "We've identified a pattern in their operations. They reboot every 8 minutes. This is when they'll be most vulnerable." "Good work," Wren nodded approvingly before turning back to the team. "We'll synchronize our attack with this window. Everyone has their roles. Let's make sure we execute flawlessly." As they finalized preparations, Liam felt an electric anticipation coursing through him. A blend of fear and excitement that came from knowing they were on the brink of another confrontation. The calm before the storm. Moments later, as they positioned themselves for battle, silence fell over the command center, a stark contrast to the chaos outside where remnants of destruction lingered like ghosts haunting their victory. "Are you ready?" Lena asked Liam quietly as they stood side by side before a large display showing real-time updates from reconnaissance drones. "I am," he replied firmly but felt uncertainty gnawing at him beneath his resolve. "Remember," Lena said gently, placing a hand on his shoulder, "we're not alone in this fight." She gestured toward the Guardian, who stood vigilant behind them like an impenetrable wall against despair. With one last glance at his team, each face reflecting determination and courage, Liam took a deep breath and nodded decisively. "Engaging the enemy. Now," Commander Wren shouted as he activated their plan. Drones launched into the sky like shooting stars streaking toward their targets, while the Guardian prepared for its own assault, a massive being poised for action against those who threatened Earth. As EMP drones reached their targets above, bursts of electromagnetic energy rippled through enemy lines like shockwaves disrupting their formations. Alien ships faltered momentarily as systems flickered erratically. Chaos erupted among their ranks. "Go," Liam commanded as the Guardian surged forward, its colossal form breaking through debris and wreckage toward the heart of enemy territory. Liam watched in awe as the Guardian engaged alien forces with unparalleled ferocity, each movement fluid yet powerful, a dance of destruction that seemed choreographed by millennia of experience. Turning the tide. With every strike against enemy ships, Liam felt his connection with the Guardian deepen, an unspoken understanding guiding them both through battle's chaos. The creature absorbed impacts effortlessly, while retaliating with devastating precision. Laser arrays hidden beneath its armor unleashed torrents of energy that tore through alien hulls like paper. "Keep pushing," George shouted from his station as he monitored tactical displays showing shifting tides on both sides of battle lines. Liam felt exhilaration surge through him. Earth's forces rallied behind the Guardian, inspired by its ancient power leading them into combat against overwhelming odds. As explosions lit up the sky above them, the battlefield transformed into a symphony of destruction. Liam realized they were not just fighting for survival. They were reclaiming their home against those who sought to conquer it. Reaching their goal. Finally breaking through enemy defenses, the Guardian approached one of the main command ships hovering ominously above, their last line of defense against Earth's resurgence. "Now is our chance," Liam urged as he directed the Guardian toward its target, each step resonating with purpose, fueled by collective determination forged in battle's crucible. With one final push forward, the Guardian unleashed its full arsenal, a blinding display of energy cascading from its form like lightning striking down upon foes below. The command ship erupted into flames, a brilliant explosion illuminating darkened skies before collapsing into itself. Cheers erupted within Command Center as monitors displayed victory unfolding before them. "We did it," George exclaimed amidst jubilation echoing throughout room. But even amid celebration, a new threat loomed on horizon, reinforcements descending faster than anticipated. "They're sending more ships," Lena warned, her voice strained as she monitored frequencies once more. "We need to end this now or never will," Liam shouted over rising panic filling air around them. Commander Wren nodded resolutely, urgency etched into every line on his face. "Prepare for final push. All units converge on the Guardian's position. This ends today." As remaining Earth forces rallied behind the Guardian, Liam felt an overwhelming sense of unity wash over him, a bond forged through adversity now manifesting into something greater than themselves. Final confrontation. With renewed strength coursing through him, the final confrontation began. The Guardian surged forward amidst chaos erupting all around, each step deliberate, each attack an assertion against those who threatened existence itself. In that moment, it became clear this was not just about survival anymore. It was about reclaiming hope, the promise that Earth would endure against any adversary. As battle raged on, the Guardian became both shield and spear for Earth's forces, absorbing impacts meant for countless lives while pressing onward towards victory. Then came decisive moment. The Guardian reached enemy flagship guided by Liam's commands, unleashing full force upon it. A brilliant cascade erupted, the flagship exploding into brilliant light, scattering debris across battlefield, signaling endgame nearing completion. And then silence fell over chaos surrounding them. Remaining invader ships, leaderless, retreated into darkness, leaving behind only Echo's remnants once threatening civilization itself. Back in Command Center, relief washed over everyone, exhausted yet triumphant. "We've won," Liam said almost disbelievingly. "Thanks to you, Dar Sterling." Commander Wren clapped him on shoulder, a rare smile breaking through stern demeanor. As they watched sunrise over battered but unconquered city, the Guardian stood beside them, silent yet majestic, a symbol representing Earth's indomitable spirit, a protector destined for ages yet to come. The battle for Earth. The dawn broke over the remnants of the city, casting a warm glow on the debris-strewn streets. Dr. Liam Sterling stood at the command center, his heart still racing from the adrenaline of the battle. The air was thick with the scent of smoke and burnt metal, but there was a palpable sense of hope among the weary survivors. They had faced an unimaginable threat and emerged victorious. But the fight was far from over. "Commander Wren, what's our status?" Liam asked, his voice steady despite the chaos surrounding them. Wren, his face lined with exhaustion and determination, studied the holographic displays flickering before him. "We've pushed back the main force, but we're detecting more ships on approach. They're regrouping and sending reinforcements. We need to prepare for another assault." Liam felt a surge of urgency course through him. "We can't let them regroup. We have to strike while they're vulnerable." He turned to the Guardian, who stood sentinel beside him, its massive form radiating strength and resolve. "I am ready," the Guardian rumbled, its voice echoing in their minds like distant thunder. I will protect this world. Mobilizing Earth's forces, Liam quickly gathered his team around a central table where maps and tactical displays illuminated their faces. We need to utilize everything we have. Drones, ground forces, and the Guardian. We'll coordinate a multi-pronged attack to disrupt their formation before they can mount a counteroffensive. Gorge chimed in, his fingers flying over the controls. I can deploy EMP drones to disable their systems temporarily, while the Guardian engages their flagship directly. Good, Ren nodded approvingly. We'll create a diversion with ground forces to draw their attention away from the Guardian's approach. Liam felt a mix of excitement and anxiety as they finalized their strategy. This was it, the moment that would either secure their future or face utter annihilation. Let's move out, Ren commanded, rallying the troops as they prepared for battle once more. The calm before the storm. As they geared up for the next confrontation, Liam took a moment to reflect on what had transpired. The bond he had formed with the Guardian was unlike anything he had ever experienced. It was as if they were two parts of a greater whole, united by purpose and destiny. Are you ready? Lena asked softly as they stood at the edge of the command center, gazing out at the horizon, where enemy ships loomed ominously. I am, Liam replied firmly, feeling the weight of responsibility settle on his shoulders. We fight not just for ourselves, but for all of humanity. With that declaration echoing in his heart, they moved forward into battle. Engaging the enemy. As Earth's forces mobilize, the Guardian surged ahead like an unstoppable force of nature. The ground trembled beneath its feet as it advanced toward the enemy formation, an awe-inspiring sight that lifted the spirits of every soldier behind it. Now, Liam shouted as EMP drones launched into the sky, streaking toward their targets with precision. Explosions erupted as electromagnetic pulses disrupted enemy systems, creating chaos among the invaders. Their defenses are down, George exclaimed from his station as he monitored real-time data feeds. Go, now is our chance. Ren bellowed as the Guardian charged forward into the fray, its massive form cutting through enemy lines with ease. Liam watched in awe as the Guardian unleashed its arsenal, energy blasts tearing through alien ships like paper, each strike resonating with ancient power and purpose. The battlefield transformed into a cacophony of destruction as Earth's forces rallied behind their protector. Turning the tide. With each passing moment, Liam felt hope swell within him. The tide was turning. Earth's forces were gaining ground against their alien adversaries. Soldiers fought valiantly alongside the Guardian, inspired by its presence and driven by a shared determination to reclaim their home. Keep pushing, Liam urged as he directed tactical maneuvers from the command center. The holographic displays showed enemy ships faltering under relentless assaults. Victory was within reach. But just as they began to feel confident in their advance, new threats emerged on the horizon, reinforcements descending rapidly from above. They're sending more ships, Lena warned urgently as she monitored incoming signals. We need to adapt our strategy. Ren shouted over the din of battle reports flooding in. If we can neutralize their command ship quickly, we can destabilize their entire fleet. Let's focus fire on that flagship, Liam commanded decisively, feeling adrenaline surge through him once more. The Guardian can lead that charge. Final confrontation. As the Guardian pushed through enemy lines toward the flagship, Liam felt an overwhelming connection surge between them, a melding of minds that transcended words. He could sense its determination and strength coursing through him like a lifeline amid chaos. Together, he whispered softly to himself as he guided the Guardian closer to its target. With one final push forward, the Guardian unleashed its full arsenal, a blinding display of energy cascading from its form like lightning striking down upon foes below. The flagship erupted into flames, a brilliant explosion illuminating darkened skies before collapsing into itself. Cheers erupted within Command Center as monitors displayed victory unfolding before them. "We did it," George exclaimed amidst jubilation echoing throughout room. But even amid celebration, a new threat loomed on horizon. Reinforcements descending faster than anticipated. "They're sending more ships," Lena warned, her voice strained as she monitored frequencies once more. "We need to end this now or never will," Liam shouted over rising panic filling air around them. Commander Wren nodded resolutely, urgency etched into every line on his face. "Prepare for final push. All units converge on the Guardian's position. This ends today." As remaining Earth forces rallied behind the Guardian, Liam felt an overwhelming sense of unity wash over him. A bond forged through adversity now manifesting into something greater than themselves. A new dawn, with renewed strength coursing through him. The final confrontation began. The Guardian surged forward amidst chaos erupting all around. Each step deliberate, each attack an assertion against those who threatened existence itself. In that moment, it became clear, this was not just about survival anymore. It was about reclaiming hope, the promise that Earth would endure against any adversary. As battle raged on, the Guardian became both shield and spear for Earth's forces, absorbing impacts meant for countless lives, while pressing onward towards victory. Then came decisive moment. The Guardian reached enemy flagship, guided by Liam's commands, unleashing full force upon it. A brilliant cascade erupted, the flagship exploding into brilliant light, scattering debris across battlefield, signaling endgame nearing completion. And then silence fell over chaos surrounding them. Remaining invader ships, leaderless, retreated into darkness, leaving behind only Echo's remnants once threatening civilization itself. Back in command center, relief washed over everyone, exhausted yet triumphant. "We've won," Liam said almost disbelievingly. "Thanks to you, Dr. Sterling." Commander Wren clapped him on shoulder, a rare smile breaking through stern demeanor. As they watched sunrise over battered but unconquered city, the Guardian stood beside them, silent yet majestic, a symbol of Earth's indomitable spirit, a protector destined for ages yet to come. In the aftermath of their hard-won victory, Earth lay in quiet reflection. Scars etched into landscape, yet beneath them stirred profound sense of renewal. Dr. Liam Sterling stood beside the Guardian, amidst ruins, gazing at horizon, where first light cast long shadows across debris. "We've been given a second chance," Liam remarked softly, but carrying weight of newfound responsibility. The Guardian turned its massive head toward him, eyes glowing with gentle light, responding, deeply resonant voice echoing not just in Liam's mind, but across gathered crowd. "And so we build anew together." Liam smiled, feeling unity forged in fire's adversity, facing people who had come to see the Guardian not merely as myth, but living testament to humanity's resilience against darkness, a legacy reborn in every heart ready to rise anew.